Hello, my name is Mike Johnson, taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2018 Chrysler Pacifica. There's a van, not a minivan, it's a full-size van, plug-in hybrid. The minivans were a little bit smaller. They still call it a minivan, but I would say these are pretty much full-size vans. So it's Chrysler Pacifica plug-in hybrid. Runs on gasoline. So if you buy this car, you have to go to the gas station and buy gas just like a normal car. But it's better than a normal car in the sense that when you get home, you can plug it in. It'll charge up its onboard battery and deliver about 30 miles of electric driving the following day. That saves you a lot of gas mileage. And this is the top of the line limited model. Up on the roof I showed you, it has a panorama sunroof, like a triple sunroof. Goes all the way back. It's got a power shade, so if you don't want the sunroof to glare in on you, you can close the shade with a touch of a button. When you're going nice places like national parks, state parks, around tall buildings. So spectacular view out the panorama sunroof. And then this has all the top of the line state-of-the-art safety features. So it's got the radar adaptive cruise control with a front camera. So up on the windshield there's a front mounted camera. Rain sensing windshield wipers. Automatic dimming high beam headlights. It's got a radar sensor for the cruise control. So you can turn on the cruise control when you're out in the middle of the desert, set it for 80 miles an hour, and drive straight on into city traffic and never have to touch the brake because the car will automatically slow on cruise control for the vehicles ahead, all the way down to a full and complete stop. This one has brand new tires. All 6 tires are brand new, and you've got these California carpool stickers. This has the red Access OK sticker, so you can drive alone immediately in the carpool lanes of Southern California. Diamond lanes on bridges, toll roads, any place you see the little diamond symbol, this lets you use that lane with only one person in the vehicle. It's a very nice vehicle. It's got front and rear parking sonar sensors, front and rear radar sensors, blind spot monitor, surround view camera. So it has a backup camera system that looks like helicopters hovering over the van taking video of the surroundings, which is really cool. But it does it using stitching the image from the 4 onboard cameras, so you don't have to bring the helicopter with you. It's a very cool feature. Some of the newer cars have that feature. All the normal minivan cool features like power open and close side doors, so you hit the button, remote engine starting, leather seats. This has cooling, air conditioned cooling seats. Notice I'm opening the doors from the remote control. Blu-ray disc player with DVD headsets, video player screens in the back of the seat with lots of USB ports everywhere, so if you bring iPads or something with you, everybody can plug in their iPads. It has the lounge recliner seats in the middle. These are basically captain's chairs with easy flip the lever and easy access to the 3rd row seat. It's fold flat into the floor 3rd row seat. Gets really good gas mileage, and it's very, very quick. It's an extremely fast and powerful vehicle. All your buddies that are buying the Hemi V8 SUVs, you can outrun them. It's extremely quick, but it gets up to 80 miles per gallon because of the plug-in hybrid technology. And I'm going to explain that in a little bit, just showing you features of the vehicle. These seats, you just pull the string and they fold flat into the floor. Now I'm holding the camera, so I don't want to do that. We do have the floor mats, we do have the headsets and the remote controls for the video players. Still has warranty on the vehicle. So pull the number 1 handle and it folds flat into the floor here. Factory warranty, because it's a plug-in hybrid, could be up to 15 years or 150,000 miles under California emissions law. This is a native California car. Look, even here there's USB ports right there, so you can charge your devices in the back seat there. Nobody's gonna have a problem with dead batteries. And this even has a Wi-Fi hotspot built into the vehicle. So instead of paying an active subscription for all your kids' phones and iPads to have access to the internet, just pay one fee for the car to have access to the internet, and then all the devices can connect to it when you're in the car automatically. It's pretty cool. So this has the radar adaptive cruise control. There's a little button here on the lower portion of the steering wheel. That's the distance following, and to enable the cruise control to follow their vehicles closer or farther away. It's a very cool feature. That is very addictive and lowers your stress level when you're driving. It's super quiet, sneaky quick. 0 to 60 is like 7 seconds. And that's even at high altitudes, because you have 2 electric motors in addition to the 3.6 gasoline engine. So it's got a lot of power. You got triple engines on board to propel you forward. But if you're plugging it in every day, because it's a plug-in hybrid, the way that works, so you go home at night, you plug it into a charging plug which comes with the vehicle, and then charges up for maybe 5 to 7 hours overnight. The next day it's ready to drive 30 miles of pure electric before it switches over to using gasoline. So if you're just running around town, you may go a whole day without using any gas. But if you need to jump in and drive to another state or another city, the first 30 miles it'll try to use electric only as much as possible, and then it'll switch to gasoline as needed. But most of the time, probably about 40 to 60% of the time, the engine will be off, not burning any fuel, which means if the engine is off and you're still driving, that means you're not polluting. When you're driving it, you have the onboard navigation system. Right now we're getting data from the internet, a wind advisory for our location. We click OK, or we could show map, and it'll give us a map of the wind advisory. It's got onboard navigation, but there's even, in addition to its regular onboard vehicle navigation, it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So if you have an iPhone or a Google Android based phone, you just plug it into the USB port in the dash here, one of them, and your Apple CarPlay maps will appear on the screen, which is really cool. So you can say, hey Siri, take me to Queen Mary, and everything appears right on the navigation screen. You don't have to tell it to the car, you just show it on the car. It's really cool. This one has the Harman Kardon premium sound system. I should mention the window sticker is visible in my photos. This was a $50,000 vehicle. So somebody whipped out $50,000 plus tax, another $5,000 or $6,000 on top of that, depending where they live. So they probably paid about $55,000, $56,000 to buy this vehicle. So it's a really good deal, getting a really nice vehicle for a fraction of the cost. Now, I don't want my video to be too long. I did mention this has brand new tires. All 4 tires are brand new. And these tires come with road hazard warranty. So let's say you drove it home and the first 10 miles you ran over something sharp and it ruined the tire. That's covered under road hazard warranty. This manufacturer offers road hazard coverage on the tire. So that's really cool. It's a very good brand. They're called Milestars, which include the road hazard warranty. Looking inside, you've got your panorama view sunroof open on the front. It is closed on the rear, but you can open the rear as well. This has air conditioned seats, so these seats actually get cold with air conditioning or they heat. Having cooling and heating seats is a big benefit. That's a rare feature. It's a very luxurious feature. I would recommend that you read carefully through the window sticker, because there are so many features on this vehicle, it's really hard to rattle them all off. If you bring your kids on a long cross-country trip, they can bring their Xbox or PlayStation, put it in the center console. It has 110 volt power, so they can plug it in and connect to the video screen and play Xbox or PlayStation right here in the car. It's really cool feature. Let's go look under the hood. I'm going to turn the engine off, which is actually not running. It's running on electric power right now. In a few minutes, I'm going to whip out the calculator and show you some of those benefits. But let's show you the vehicle first. The engine is nice and clean. Like I said, when you're driving, 40 to 60% of the time, the engine is completely off, shut down, and you're only using the electric motors to propel you. You have to really put your foot on the gas for it to need the gas engine to kick in. And when it does, boy, you just take off like this was a Camaro or a Dodge Charger or a fast car like that. But because of the electric power, it does it very quietly. You're not making loud roaring engine sounds when you're gunning it around town. Another look at the brand new tire. So I'm going to point out a few safety features of this vehicle before I wrap it up. And there are cash incentives. So it does have blind spot monitor, so a little light lights up in the mirror when somebody's driving in your blind spot, like in this area here. Or we have a blind spot right here, like if you were parked next to the wall or between two big trucks and you would need to back out. It has actual radar unit underneath the bumper. Hidden in here, there's a radar unit, and that will check for cars and pedestrians approaching. Vehicles that can be detected up to 100 feet away, coming at like 40 miles an hour, to give you a warning so you don't back up in front of somebody. That's very cool. It also has the front and rear parking sonar in addition to the camera. It has roof rack with crossbars, and on this model, the crossbars fold away into this, so they're tucked away so they're not making wind noise or keeping the car wash from washing the top of the car when you drive through it. So, but when you have to haul luggage on a longer trip, you can put the crossbars, they fold across, and then you can put your skis on top or whatever you're going to bring, surfboards, kayaks, and head out for the wilderness. So this is a gasoline powered vehicle, but the plug for the plug-in hybrid connects right here. So when you're looking at pictures, these are pretty rare, not easy to find. So when you go home, you just connect the connector right to the charging port from a regular 110 outlet. It doesn't use very much money worth of electricity. It'll charge up the vehicle and you'll be good to go. Now there are cash incentives. This isn't a pre-owned vehicle, but there is up to $11,000 cash incentives. One program is a Replace Your Ride program. That's kind of hard to get into, and it's only for Southern California. They'll pay up to $9,500 of the cost of buying this vehicle if you qualify and have a trade-in. The additional programs that are currently available is Southern California Edison is offering $1,000. They'll send you a check for $1,000 if you buy a plug-in hybrid through the end of 2020. So if you want that $1,000, you better do it quick. That's a nice savings. LA Department of Water Power is offering $1,500. So if you have LADWP, you can get that. So we're going to whip out my calculator here, and we're going to take a quick look. So I mentioned you go home at night, you plug it in, it charges up 30 miles a day on a single charge times 365 days in a year. That's 11,000 miles of electric driving. So if you drive 12,000 miles a year, you may be only buying gas to drive 1,000 miles, and the other 11,000 miles may be electric only. If you drive 16,000 miles a year, you may only be buying gas to drive 5,000 miles, and the other 11,000 miles is free. But this is a possibility that you could charge it twice a day and double that up. It's a perfect vehicle for the family. They're very rare. They're really nice. I do like them. This is like the 11th one I've had. I've been looking all over the country, but this one is from California, so it hasn't been exposed to the snow and road salt and stuff like that. It's really nice. Give me a call. First, check my website. Make sure it's still available. Go on my website. Look at the pictures. The website is mybestcar.com. mybestcar.com. mybestcar.com is the website. See if it's available or if I have something similar. Right now I have 3. I have a brand new 2020 with 1,000 miles on it, and then I have this 2018, and I have a really nice 2017. They're all top of the line with the same option packages: panorama roof, Harman Kardon stereo, navigation, video players. But they do have lower models, but I have the top of the line in stock right now. So my name's Mike Johnson. Give me a call, 951-681-2101. Thank you.